morning to all of our beautiful listeners. I think we have the most beautiful listeners
Okay, bro.
in the podcasting community.
Bro.
I can sense them listening so intently, so genuinely. It's an honor, really. I wear it as a badge of honor. Today we have a special guest with us in the studio. It is Lucy. Lucy the dog.
She's chilling.
I'm surprised that she's chilling.
I know. She's normally going crazy.
Usually she's out and about exploring, but she is remaining calm right now, which we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
Today we have a few things to talk about. We've got college football updates as far as portal news, as far as Heisman Trophy talk, as far as there have been I know there's been one bowl game. I believe it was Washington versus Boise State.
Last night, Troy versus Jacksonville State.
That's right.
In the Salute to Service Bowl.
That's right.
It was a great ending.
Yeah, I heard that was it Jacksonville State had a Hail Mary attempt that failed? Okay.
No, Troy did. Jacksonville State won.
Oh, Jacksonville State won.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was almost caught. It was almost like the Bears Commanders last year.
Really?
Where it got tipped and another receiver dove at it and just missed it by just a couple inches. It was so close to being a Hail Mary W.
Did you watch the game or did you just watch
the
the... Oh, you watched
I watched the last 10 minutes or so, most of the fourth.
Okay, because I haven't watched a bowl game yet this year.
Understandable.
I've watched... What have I watched? College basketball. I've watched soccer. I've watched... I think that's about it. Oh, volleyball, which we will talk about in a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got portal news. I think I may have already said that. Who all is in the portal right now and where they would fit the best. I think that'll be fun to talk about. Some big names already. And obviously the best teams are still playing. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see who from the college football playoff teams would be interested in entering the transfer portal. Already some names that I'm kind of surprised that they're in the portal, to be honest. We do have 2 bowl games going on today. It is the Staff DNA Cure Bowl.
Come on.
And the 68 Ventures Bowl.
That sounds lit.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's probably the extent of what we're going to say about those 2 games. But also some more coaching news. Michigan.
Oh, we haven't even talked about that.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Oh, my gosh.
I kind of thought on the way here about what I wanted to say on this. Because there's a lot of material to talk about with that one. We'll talk about Michigan and that whole situation. Again, we're going to discuss for the first time on this podcast, and let me tell you, I did not expect to be talking about volleyball ever on this podcast, personally. But we would need to address a very, very, very big game that happened in volleyball this past week. NFL. It was an interesting week in the NFL. Some stars got injured. I think that's kind of the headlining news. I mean, also the Chiefs. I mean, everything going on with the Chiefs is just, it doesn't, who would have thought that this would all be happening? We'll talk about Micah Parsons as well. There's some good games too in the NFL, so we'll get into all that. Phillip Rivers, I mean, he did his job.
He did his job.
Wasn't
against a good team. The Seahawks are good.
I don't think it was him that lost them the game, right?
Probably not. No, I mean, it's not like he turned the ball over a bunch or anything.
Yeah, because he had one He had one interception, but it was at the end of the game. Yeah, trying to get him in the field goal range. So, 44 years old too. Crazy.
Grandpa. A literal grandpa.
Is he actually? Is one of his kids?
Like he has a grandchild.
No way. Is that normal at 44 years old? I mean, he has 12 kids.
Yeah, he has a lot of kids.
Okay. I feel like that's very young.
I think it is, but anyone with 12 kids, you can't be shocked if their kids start popping them out early.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they've learned from the best. We're going to talk NBA. Your Spurs. Big door.
I'm excited.
Yeah, big win for the Spurs. Very impressive. I also want to hear your thoughts because I know the Thunder are good, but I kind of want you to like put that in perspective for me.
Okay.
I mean, we're briefly going to talk about Clash Royale because it's bad.
I lost my streak.
You lost your. How long was it?
151.
That's a big deal.
It hurt.
That's a big deal.
I had a moment last night. I was like, oh my God, I don't think I've played in a couple days. And I open it and I press on my profile, current streak 0. It's like my heart sank.
Well, this is why I want to talk about it because there have been, I mean, up until the update, I had a streak or I missed one day, but it had been like months since I had gone multiple days. Now I'll go multiple days, maybe even no, it hasn't been a week, but I'll go multiple days without even thinking about it. So yeah, we need to talk about that, and then of course we'll finish off with college football playoff first round preview. I believe we talked about these teams a little bit last week. But we're going to go into more depth considering the first game is on Friday, and then we've got the Saturday triple header with A&M Miami at 11, Ole Miss Tulane at 2 p.m., and then the Cinderella story, Oregon Ducks versus James Madison in prime time. You have anything else? Any other things that you were planning on talking about today?
Don't think so.
With that being said, we've got some things to do today. Can you finish the song for us since it cut out?
There we go.
Okay.
Now we're good.
Fernando Mendoza wins the Heisman Trophy. What do you think of that?
Congrats, Nando.
First of all, yes, congrats
Fernando.
to Fernando Mendoza. Before we go into any discussion on, I mean, these are the 4 best players in college football. So if you make it to the Heisman Trophy ceremony, you need to be congratulated on your season. Fantastic players. There are some players that didn't even make it to the New York ceremony, and arguably they should have. Jacob Rodriguez arguably should have been there, but he's a defensive player, and that usually kind of doesn't translate towards Heisman votes, unfortunately. But Fernando Mendoza wins the Heisman. I watched his speech, so I didn't watch Did you watch it live? Okay, I didn't watch it live either. But I watched his speech afterwards. How can you not like Fernando Mendoza?
He's so funny. I haven't even seen the speech yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I've seen clips.
Okay.
But I'm just thinking of his Big Ten championship post game. Like, how can you not?
We're flipping Big Ten champs.
We're the flipping champs.
It's a good watch. Like he's a very genuine guy, and yeah, people are gonna. He's passionate and he's very genuine, and I think everyone understands that. I think people will probably make fun of him for it, but I really, really respect him because, he was talking about as they always do, they're talking about, he's talking to his mom, he's talking to his dad, his brothers were there. Yeah, it's really cool to see, and especially considering I know Diego Pavia is in kind of the same boat here, but both guys were not high recruits. Fernando Mendoza went to Cal. I believe he was a 2-star recruit. He even said in his speech, he said that COVID, I mean, I don't know how true this, I mean, this is him saying it, but with COVID playing a factor in his recruitment, I think his senior season was cut short. And so it affected recruiting in a way of, nobody really got to see as much of his tape. So, he goes to Cal, plays his butt off, gets in the transfer portal, goes with Kurt Signetti in the Indiana Hoosiers.
Big Kurt.
And the rest is history. Diego Pavia comes in second. He was not very happy about it.
To say the least.
I don't think he went to social media after the Heisman Trophy ceremony. If you didn't see this, I believe he posted something like F all the voters. Was it specifically the Indiana voters or just F all the voters?
F all the voters.
Oh, okay.
All of them.
F all the voters. I think it was there was a shot at Indiana too. Something.
I don't know.
But something about like my family got me. And I believe Theo Vaughn posted it. Or was it, how is Theo Vaughn involved?
I mean, him and Pavia are, I think, friends.
Yeah.
Or maybe Vaughn is like his future stepdad. But
legitimately.
Yeah.
Not even joking.
He's just, I mean, he gets clicks. He's probably doing, I don't know. You do you. But he said he's been on a crazy kick. He needs Bryson DeChambeau's PR team for that resurrection.
Yeah.
Public opinion.
Are people really on him that bad?
I think they are now.
Okay.
Because he just doubles, triples down on everything. Like the day before the ceremony, they held like, you can interview the 4 finalists, and he was being interviewed, and they're like, speak when you hear like a better player than you or something. And they were like, Cam Newton, quiet. Johnny Manziel, quiet. Tim Tebow, quiet. He's like, nobody. He's like, I'm the best player in college football history. Like, I don't know if that's confidence or if that's just you being crazy mentality, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But according to Diego Pavia is the best college quarterback of all time.
Okay. Speaking of Cam Newton, I went down a Cam Newton highlight rabbit hole the other day, and hearing like Luke Kuechly or just other NFL players being like, I don't think y'all realize how big Cam Newton is.
He's huge.
He, like, you watch him at Q, he drops back, and everyone else is like 2 inches, 3 inches shorter than him. And I mean, he can also run. And he was, I mean, in college, he was literally like grabbing a linebacker and planting them in the ground as he ran. He's a big dude. But I understand. So from a competitor standpoint, from the mentality you probably have to adopt, considering, I mean, maybe people have told you, throughout your life that, you're too small or that you can't do it. I understand that you kind of go down that road and maybe you build up those walls and eventually you just get to the point where it's like, I have to believe in myself because no one else will. But it's going to cause friction, like people, you're going to, sometimes you're going to make it maybe a little harder on yourself than you need it to be because other people are going to be actively rooting against you or trying to find reasons to not like you or try to, bring you down in certain areas. So I think there's a fine line to walk with that. You kind of have to figure that out. But as far as Fernando Mendoza versus Diego Pavia, do you think they got it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I saw some people being like, I think Diego should have won it.
I mean, Diego had a great season. It's not like he's a bum. Well, statistically, he wasn't a bum this year.
Mm-hmm.
But Mendoza plays quarterback and led college football in passing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Undefeated, 1 seed overall in the playoff with, like, historically, like, statistically speaking, the second worst program in the history of college football. So,
Yeah.
pretty good.
I'm trying to find, kind of wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of their stats. But I don't know if I can pull this up in time for it to be.
Here, can you, on ESPN, can you pull up Mendoza?
Oh, I already have Diego up.
Okay, here, I can pull up Mendoza real quick.
If you do.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Diego Pavia. Yards, I'm assuming that he just threw for 3,192.
2,980.
Okay. Touchdowns, 27.
33.
Interceptions, 8.
6.
QBR, 87.7.
88.5.
Okay. So it's pretty. I wonder if it does it have rushing yards?
If you hit stats and go down to rushing, you can see it.
Okay. He had 828 rushing yards,
How many touchdowns?
9 touchdowns.
Okay. Mendoza, obviously more of a pocket guy. 240 and 6 touchdowns.
Okay.
So, wait.
I don't know if that factors into the.
Mendoza had 39 total touchdowns. And you said 27 and 8?
Yes.
So Mendoza had 3 or 4 more.
Okay. Yeah, and that. So the rushing yards are not factored into that 3,100.
No.
So total yards, he had close to 4,000. So, I mean, yeah, it's really close. I mean, close in the sense that I think, and honestly, when you factor in these awards, I don't know. It's given to an individual player, but I think a lot that goes into it is based off of the team success, which I don't necessarily think that doesn't, make a ton of sense, but I think voters want to make it easier on them.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know.
I agree with that. I do think it is a unique case with Mendoza this year.
Okay.
Just considering it's his first year at a new school. That new school, one of the worst programs of all time. And then undefeated, defeat the reigning national champions in their conference championship game, 1 seed overall. That one, I feel like, is a little different than just the typical best player on the best team view.
Right. No. And I mean, I don't know enough to really be able to, I haven't really done a deep dive into a comparison between these two players. It's more, I guess, we kind of, since Mendoza beat Ohio State, which, again, we've already gone into the fact that they were able to pull that off and that they're the number 1 seed is one of the best stories in sports of all time, genuinely. But, yeah, and so, but, I mean, it does kind of seem like because they did that, it's kind of just Mendoza for sure is going to win the Heisman. And he deserves it. And I think he's one of the best players, and he should get all the credit that he deserves. But, I guess just the Heisman is an individual award, and oftentimes not individual stats factor into an individual award, which, it's just how do you want to do it? They've talked about in the past, but I guess that is more being an individual. So yeah, to be honest, do you know what the criteria is specifically to win the Heisman Trophy?
No, I don't think there is any.
There might not be. It might just, some of it is just because I know in the past with Baker and I don't know if Johnny as much, but Baker especially after the whole Kansas thing, they were like, how can you give the Heisman Trophy to this guy who does these things.
It's all subjective.
Yeah. So character, people will talk about character and someone's got to have integrity to do, whatever that means to the Heisman Trophy trust and board members.
And I think that they got it right this year, but it's a microcosm of college football as a whole, the NCAA as a whole.
Yeah.
Where there's no actual like guidelines or framework for why decisions are made. They're kind of just made.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's not going to be perfect. So Mike talked about it this week, because the national media, most of their questions towards him were like, how can we fix the current college football schedule? And he said, I don't think you'll understand. There are media contracts, there's the academic calendar, there's the transfer portal window, there is when coaches can get hired and fired, and then, there's TV deals with, and I guess this factors into the media thing, but considering when NFL goes on, when other sports are going on, you combine all of that together and you can't get a perfect situation where everyone is happy and it all works out perfectly. So I forgot where I was going with this, but there's going to be no perfect criteria for a Heisman Trophy. There's going to be no perfect situation for getting everyone who quote unquote deserves to get in the playoff or has a chance for a national championship trophy, which I don't really understand why the issue is Notre Dame and teams like Texas and Vanderbilt didn't make it in this year. But in years prior, they wouldn't have even been close. So I don't really understand it now. I with the mix of media wants to see good games, but also how do you reward like the players who are playing and putting in all this work? They have to have some criteria in order to feel like, what's the point of playing? How can a coach sell trying to play for a national championship if there's no criteria and the kids are coming in? It's like, well, to be honest, we could go undefeated and then, Texas goes 10-2, and because they have more talent on their team and then, people want to see Texas play rather than, I don't know, Maryland, they're going to go in. So I don't, there's going to be no perfect situation. So can't just sit up here and complain, but I think, we can find a middle ground.
That's the nice part. We can just sit up here and complain.
That is true. Love. We can do that. And we often do. So yes, congratulations to Fernando Mendoza. Mm-hmm. You deserve all of the accolades that are coming your way. It's awesome to see Indiana do what they have done this season. Washington beat Boise State in the Bucked Up LA Bowl.
Come on. Bucked Up is a sponsor of a bowl game. That's sick.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of like all these corporate sponsors. Like, we're losing cool names for stuff, Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like the A&M Texas rivalry now is like the Cotton Holdings. Like, I think that's lame.
Mm-hmm.
Bowl games, though, that's sick. The Bucked Up Bowl. That's awesome.
The Outback Bowl, that's still a thing, right? Does Outback still have a sponsor?
I believe so.
I hope so, but I haven't been to an Outback in... I went to an Outback for like my 9th birthday party for dinner, but I think that's the last time I've ever been to an Outback.
There's one up by my house that just closed down. I think they might be coming on tough times.
Everyone in the comment section, comment the last time you've been to an Outback, because it's been a while for me, or the last time you've had a Bloomin' Onion. I miss those commercials.
Yeah. Those were good.
Bloomin' Onion, and what was the other thing? Maybe it was just the Bloomin' Onion.
I think just the Bloomin' Onion. I hope the Outback Bowl is still a thing.
I hope so too.
With the Bloomin' Onion mascot.
Yeah, that's right. I just vividly, like, I'll never forget watching South Carolina versus Michigan in the Outback Bowl and seeing Jadeveon Clowney run through whoever that running back was for South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that. But, I mean, and those two teams were decent that year. And, I mean, everybody was in that game. Like, Jadeveon Clowney went first overall. He played in that game. So, it was those were good times. Navy beat Army to win the Commander-in-Chief's trophy. Shout out to the Naval Academy. I know we have some listeners who are listening in from, it's Annapolis. Annapolis. So shout out you boys.
I don't think any of them live there anymore, though.
Okay. That's right. Yeah.
But wherever they're at.
Yeah, they're all over.
They're all over the place.
They're protecting our country. Being absolute badasses.
Protecting and serving.
Yeah. But shout out y'all. It was kind of a comeback win, I think. I think they scored a touchdown with like 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So yeah, and I believe Navy was like 9-3. Yeah, they had a good season.
Yeah, they had a great season.
They were kind of in contention for a playoff spot there for a second, but and then Army I think was like 6-5 at that point. So good for Navy to put them in their place. Yeah, and then we've got 2 bowl games tonight. I don't know if I mentioned who plays in them. So the staff DNA Cure Bowl. I don't know. USF plays Old Dominion.
Okay.
Do you know, I think Old Dominion's quarterback, I think he's good. I think he's in the transfer portal, though. So I don't know if he's going to play in the game.
Could not tell you.
He was on the list. I didn't put him down because I didn't know enough about him I would just put him on the list and say his name. But I believe he's in the transfer portal. And at least they have one guy who's good on their team who's in the transfer portal, and I believe he's top of his position.
Yeah, it's their quarterback for sure. He has 2,600 pass yards and over 1,000 rush yards.
Jeez. Okay, so we'll see him in the Big Ten or the SEC next year.
He has, 34 total touchdowns.
Okay. Can't wait to see him in a Jeff Levy offense.
That's in Indiana, if I've ever seen it.
That's true.
Indiana's big time now. There's
a lot of quarterbacks in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that in just a second. Yeah. But I'm excited to kind of speculate on where those guys are going to go. And then Louisiana plays Delaware in the 68 Ventures Bowl, 7:30 p.m. tonight.
Lock in, guys.
Everyone be there. Yeah, and then Sherrone Moore.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my
Sherrone
gosh.
Moore.
Can we even talk about... Will we get censored?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah,
you want
sure.
to say my spiel? You never want to judge a guy on his lowest point. And my thoughts on Sherrone Moore are this. I really think for the situation, Sherrone Moore, he's not necessarily a victim because he did put himself in this situation by his actions. But the really tough thing is I think if he's winning football games, if he's winning at the level Michigan wants, I don't think any of this stuff comes out. And I think it's handled all more, internally, personally, where, I'm sure conversations definitely do need to happen between him and his family and him and his, coworkers, the people who work with him. The thing is, though, is that, and I guess this is more speculation than more knowing, but I have to say, like, if he's winning football games, this is handled internally. The fact that Michigan probably wasn't too pleased at where they were as a football team, I think they're looking for a way to fire him and not pay him. And so this provides the perfect opportunity for them to fire him and then not pay him.
3 felonies. So I don't know if the school...
But it was after they released the information that he was fired.
They probably waited until it got out. Yeah.
They
didn't,
fired him.
force him to commit 3 felonies.
But that's the reason, that was the tipping point which caused him to go and commit those felonies. I mean, again, he put himself in that situation to begin with. So
What are you saying is the lack of job security is why he did what he did?
I'm saying, so Michigan fired him for that. And then he went to the lady's house and was like, "You ruined my life." And then all the stuff came out. And then they arrested him. So if he doesn't, I mean, again, this is just speculation. We can play this game all day. I'm not necessarily saying that he's a victim, but he put himself in a position to potentially, be in conflict with university policy, all of this stuff, right? And not to mention just, his family and all that stuff. But Michigan, there have been rumors of they wanted to fire him. They found this reason. They go, "Oh, this is not great. So this gives us cause to fire you. We don't have to pay you $16 million. And so they pull the trigger. They fire him. He's like, all of this coming out is going to ruin my life. And then he goes to the staffer's house, blames her, does all that stuff, gets arrested. Now he's in jail. So we can do the speculation and the thing all day about, what came first, chicken or the egg. He is not, nobody is perfect, but it's just a really sad situation. That's my thoughts on it. And not to say, I mean, no one wants to be judged at their lowest point in their life, but yeah, it's just a really sad kind of situation to see.
Mm-hmm. It is. Yeah, I'm more judgmental. If a man breaks into a woman's house and wields a knife at her, I'm probably not going to be like, "Oh, but he just got fired." But
yeah, I mean,
feel
yeah,
bad for his family.
I do too. I
saw someone on Twitter say, it'll all be fine because the woman that he had the affair with is white, so she'll be protected. It's like she just had her life threatened.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, yeah. Overall, it's not a great situation, and yeah, hopefully the people who are more in the collateral damage of this, hopefully, I mean, those are the people that I feel for, because they didn't ask for this. They weren't really involved in this. Their decisions didn't put them in a place like this. So, yeah, my heart goes out to those people and everyone kind of affected by this.
Yeah,
this whole situation.
And this is a good lesson to the younger generation. Don't be dumb.
Yeah, be careful.
If you get fired from work, it'll be okay. You don't need to hold a knife to someone else.
Sure.
And say you're going to kill them.
Sure.
It's probably not the best course of action.
Yeah.
It'll probably, I guess, would make it a little worse.
Yeah. It might. Yeah. Yeah. Might cause some other problems to happen as well. But on the coaching front, Michigan now is an open job. Rumors are swirling that Kenny Dillingham is a potential target. Kalen DeBoer,
KDB,
which is, I would like to go on record and say, I mean, we can throw his name out each time, but it's just for clicks. Kalen DeBoer is not going to leave Alabama unless you offer him twice what the highest paid coach is making. It has to be such a ridiculous offer that it makes him generational wealth for a really long time, because he has a stellar recruiting class coming in next year. Alabama is in the playoffs currently, and of course they have things to fix up on both sides of the ball. But I mean, you can't, you wouldn't leave Alabama to go to Michigan because of comparative resource pool, or talent, that what talent you can get. I mean, you're at a tier one program,
Mm-hmm.
if not the best program in America. So, you wouldn't leave Alabama for Michigan. You would be dealing with the same problems, same issues, except you would be farther behind, and you wouldn't have the staff. You would just cause a lot more work for yourself. So, yeah, that's what I think about the Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah, I have no idea where they're going. I have no idea what they're going to do. I mean, Dillingham is the name that's been up the most, but I really don't feel like strongly. There hasn't been any reports that are like, it's going to happen. It just needs time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's kind of the only name right now.
Yeah.
Jed Fish is another potential.
I've heard that.
He was linked to Florida before Florida turned back on Summerall. So that's a potential. But he's more of a West Coast guy. I mean, money talks. I'm sure he'll go anywhere for the right amount, especially for such a prestigious program. But I don't know. I really have no clue where they're going with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. What are the candidates that we don't know, or just the people that I'm assuming they're pretty much calling around for anyone who's heck. Mike Elko might get a call. I mean, he just got an extension, but I'm sure they'll give everybody a ring just to hear them say no.
Mm-hmm.
I'll save that actually for later. But yeah, Jeb Fish, Kenny Dillingham, those are the two that I've heard. I don't know about any of the others so far.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure people are speculating, but I haven't been listening to those channels. Is there any other, besides portal stuff, is there any other college football news that we're missing?
A&M has 2 new coordinators.
That's right. A&M hired, they promoted Holloman Wiggins, who previously wide receiver coach at Alabama under Nick Saban. He made the move to A&M about, was it when Elko? So 2 years back? Or was he with Jimbo? Do you remember if Holloman Wiggins was with Jimbo?
No, he came over whenever Elko did.
Okay.
He was at Bama through 2023. Last year was his first full season.
Okay.
On the coaching staff.
Okay.
I'm remembering right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So yeah, he has been promoted to the offensive coordinator role. And then is it Liam Hemphill?
Lyle Hemphill.
I was close.
You were.
He was also promoted to the defensive coordinator position. I like it. I like promoting from within. It's very. Some coaches are. I feel like I'd be interested to see, because different coaches run their programs differently. I bet some coaches give their offensive and defensive coordinators a lot of, just say, hey, you run your offense,
autonomy.
You run your defense. Yeah, and I don't really have to know about it a ton. I just need you to show results. Mike Elko is very much like, it's a very big collaborative effort, but, it's more of like we collectively have a philosophy on how the offense should run, and I want to hear your ideas, but ultimately it has to fit within the structure that we're looking for. And it's a very structured type of system. And if it's working, I mean, it's a machine. That's what it kind of turns into. Your program turns into a machine of just, you're getting coaches, they're getting promoted, and then they're getting hired to be head coaches. You saw this with Saban at Alabama. It's also, I feel like, kind of cool too, because if you're hired on as an assistant, if you're hired on as a wide receivers coach, I feel like part of you is like, there's an ability for me to work my way up and eventually be in that role. And it's not like there's just like, well, I'm going to be a wide receiver coach and then I'm going to have to go be a offensive coordinator someplace else in order to get this role and kind of go that. It's more of, or you're going to work as a wide receivers coach for 5 years, and new OCs, if they come and go, are just going to be hired and fired above you, and you're never going to make it up. So I don't know. This might just be a special case, but I don't hate the move at all.
They both seem pretty like high risk, high reward. I mean, neither of them have ever been full coordinators before. Mm-hmm. And Holman Wiggins, especially, I know about.
Are you sure? I thought Liam was DC.
Lyle was co-DC at
Lyle.
JMU.
JMU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lyle.
I was just more thinking, like Power 4 type.
Yeah.
Holman hasn't.
I think he was co-OC is what they were saying.
He was associate or assistant offensive coordinator / wide receivers coach here.
Okay.
I mean, he's at Bama. He worked under Sark. He worked under, this guy's a meme, but just as an OC, good. Bill O'Brien, Colin Klein. So he's an elite recruiter. I mean, look at the wide receivers he got at Bama and how the wide receivers have looked. I mean, better than ever before in like totality of the room for A&M.
Yeah.
So I like it. But
I do too.
Hemphill is a cool one too, because he's known Elko. They were GAs. I think it was GA or like a low ranking staffer together at, I think it was Stony Brook. Back in 2006.
Wow.
So they go way back. And from what I was reading, they share a very, like the same philosophy of calling a defense like front to back, like prioritizing stuff on the D line and how that kind of trickles down. Success on the D line will allow for success on the back end.
I like that.
In the DB room. Whereas Bateman, as a linebacker guy, was more of like a balanced type of defensive play calling.
That's fascinating.
So I'm curious if that means that Elko will be giving up play calling again, because he took over for Bateman because it was so bad. And if they share the same philosophy, and Hemphill at JMU has done it just on a smaller scale before, if that means that he'll feel comfortable passing the reins of play calling back off. But
yeah,
I like it.
That is really interesting that you said that, calling a defense from front to back, and how that really does affect. Because, yeah, I mean, if you have success on the D-line, right, if you're pressuring the quarterback, the passes that are going to be coming out are going to be iffy, which creates opportunities for the secondary to make interceptions, jump routes, that sort of thing. So that is very interesting. I wonder if, I guess, yeah, if you're a DB coach, I don't know if there's such a thing as calling it from back to front.
I have no clue, with zero certainty in this. I think of like a DJ Durkin.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll just rush 3, try to get pressure from that. If not, our linebackers and DBs will handle it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. No, that would make sense. So, yeah, you probably play a lot of zone coverage, you're dropping a lot of guys, and so it forces them to run the ball, and then, yeah, you got to pursue. I don't know. That's interesting stuff, though. But yeah, I like both of those promotions.
It also put my mind at ease a little bit too, where, I mean, not that I thought Elko was ever going to like not care, but did you see his press conference this week?
I did, yes.
Where he said that, like, announced the Holman hire. He was like, we interviewed 5 sitting OCs and came out of it, and we only offered Holman. We think he's ready. We think he's right. So
that's cool.
That's the nice part of, like, obviously any fan, like, it's part of the game. You're going to speculate. You're going to have opinions, even if you don't know anything. But it's nice that Elko has earned that trust rather than just trying to give it as a fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll see if it works out. But I feel good about it.
I do too. I like it. And it sounds like, and this is probably all coaching, but I'm sure there's varying degrees of how seriously you take it. But it sounds like it's been a very collaborative effort on both the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. So even with the promotion of Holloman Wiggins, to be honest, it might be more in name than in responsibility than in actuality of like how much more is he doing. He might more just be the voice of actually being in the press conference, calling the plays, because they're already like it's a group of them and they're coming up with the schemes or whatever, and because they're remaining within the same philosophical system. It's still a collaborative effort. That doesn't change, and it's still kind of everyone has the same input. I guess you don't have Colin Klein's input anymore, but so maybe there's a few twists here and there, but yeah, it may be more perception than it is actually anything changing. So that kind of comforts me, and I'm so interested to see who we go after in the portal once the season ends.
Yeah,
that's we can wait for that, but.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how we replace KC. Jerome's going to be healthy. So we'll have a big wide receiver. ABR will have to step up, be a little bit more. I mean, we'll probably go after one more receiver.
Mm-hmm. I'm prefacing this with I fully anticipate KC going to the draft. Like, to be honest, not like I hope he does. I'd love for him to stay at A&M. Obviously, he's very, very good. He did say, he was asked about it this week.
Really?
And he was like, he seemed genuine and sincere in his answer. He was like, to be honest, like, I love it here, and it's a really hard decision. And as it stands right now, I still have no clue what I'm going to do. Which is, okay. I'm not going to say rare. Like, you see people do that plenty. But it's not super common to see in mid to late December a player be like, I honestly still have no clue. Especially someone who just won, he got All-American honors, All-SEC honors. He won the most versatile player in college football award.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be fun if he stayed. For his sake, like, I'd be happy for him if he went and would not be upset with him at all.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Yeah. That is, I mean, this is going to be a symptom of a good program where you have really, really good players who are willing to stay an extra year because they have confidence that the program that you've built, that they're not taking a huge risk in their draft stock by staying another year. Because, I mean, people, kids at Ohio State, I looked at a list of the potential NFL draft grades that they would give all of the Ohio State guys. They have like three, I think, in the first round. After that, I think it was like 16 total. But like all of these dudes are just, I mean, they're all NFL talent, regardless of if they go this year or next year. It's not going to change that much. And you would assume that Ohio State next year is just going to be able to reload and be a playoff contender anyway. So. But yeah, I mean, in years past with A&M, it's like we had a good season. It kind of makes my, I got a lot of attention. I got to go now because, it could be a drop off next season, or there's a lot of uncertainty, which just makes them pull the trigger and go to the draft. So yeah, it'd be great if they stayed another year, but also at the same time, I mean, go get your bag, King.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the portal. Cute quarterbacks. DJ Lagway. Funny enough, he's actually not the highest rated quarterback in the portal. Do you know who the highest rated one is?
Sam Levitt.
Funny enough, that's not the list that I saw. It was not Sam Levitt.
It's not Brendan Sorsby. No way.
That's what that was on the list that I saw.
You were reading some no-name who wrote his own article.
I believe it was 24/7 Sports.
There's no chance. There's no chance they have Brendan Sorsby over Sam Levitt.
Portal.
Oh, it's because Levitt isn't officially in the portal, I don't think.
Oh, really?
I think it's because Levitt has announced his intention to enter, but he actually hasn't filed the paperwork.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Let's go to 2026. Yeah. Brendan Sorsby has a 96 or 0.96 rating.
Yeah. I'm looking at 24/7 right now. Sam Levitt isn't on here.
Yeah, he wasn't on here. And I either assumed that, because I haven't been following super closely, I assumed that he had either committed or some other
Lagway's
reason.
third now. After
I know.
Raiola.
I know.
That's wrong, respectfully.
It's pretty crazy. I do think wherever DJ goes, he's going to ball out because he'll finally be healthy and kind of hopefully naturally transition into a season.
I have a prediction already.
Okay.
DJ Lagway, welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
You think that was... So I wrote that
He's
down.
already comfortable throwing to guys in purple and gold uniforms because he threw 5 picks against LSU this year.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. The question is, though, are they just going to stick with Van Buren?
I don't think so. I don't think Lane would do that.
Or is Trinidad going to go? He has that AT&T commercial where he's like...
Yeah, the portal.
Yeah.
Announcing his commitment.
Was that before? Was that commercial running before all of this happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because it's really funny now that all that... Because I thought that was like him kind of like unofficially, officially being like, I'm staying at Ole Miss. I couldn't tell if that was made when that was made. But yes, DJ Lagway in the portal. Brendan Sorsby from Cincinnati in the portal. Dylan Raiola from Nebraska. That was a surprising one for me.
Yeah. Apparently he's been like burning that bridge too.
Really?
Like with Matt Rule. It hasn't gone well.
Because, yeah, I didn't know. I wondered. I didn't know if that was an indication of Matt Rule might, seeing Michigan being like.
Raiola is begging Texas Tech to offer him to do that Mahomes route.
I saw a graphic, and it had Texas Tech X'd out. And I think it was saying
Pecos.
Louisville was potentially.
No way.
He was interested in maybe going to Louisville.
Sorsby's going to go to Tech. I'm calling it now.
I could see that.
His girlfriend plays soccer there.
I could see that.
And that's Tech's MO right now.
They're on the up and up.
They are.
Not to say
and
that.
I feel like Sorsby had a great year at Cincinnati. This is not a shot at him in any way. But I also don't think he's a like break the bank as much as like a Lagway or a Levitt would be.
I agree with you. I don't know, though. He's rated so high. I don't know. He might end up getting the same amount of money, even though I don't know if it's... I really don't know there. It's a good, NIL evaluation. I don't know what he's getting evaluated at, realistically.
I have a take. Texas Tech will not have the number 1 portal class.
Who do you think? Do you have a number 1, or you just?
I just know oil is down. Like it's the lowest it's been in the last 10 years. So I think it's down to 55 a gallon. So
I don't know.
think they're struggling.
Wasn't Jerry Jones though saying there's like he was like, I'm not paying attention to the Cowboys. I'm drilling for $100 billion worth of oil right now. Didn't he say that halfway through the season?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I didn't hear it, but that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Because on the Pat McAfee show, they were doing impersonations of him. Because some reporter was like, said something, and he was like, I don't care that the cow, not actually, but he was like, I'm focused on drilling for $100 million worth of oil right now. So, and Jerry Jones, he's
Arkansas.
Oh, I thought he was a Tech guy.
He played football for Arkansas. That's why they hosted the A&M Arkansas game.
Oh, so he could watch his team lose 12 out of 13 years in his house.
And have to hand Jimbo Fisher and Kevin Sumlin trophy after trophy.
Yep. Man. Okay, yeah. Maybe I just thought that because Dallas is AT&T Stadium, and then Texas Tech always had the AT&T.
Yeah.
Or
they're A&T.
Oh, okay. Then I just didn't read.
They're Jones A&T Stadium.
Close enough. I mean,
basically
anyone,
the same.
Yeah, anyone can mistake that. Running backs in the portal. Dylan Edwards from Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
He got hurt on like the first play of the college football season, I'm pretty sure. Or the first punt from scrimmage in the college football season. I don't know if he came back, but with the head coach stepping down and Colin Klein stepping in, I guess Dylan Edwards was not on board with that. And so he is in the transfer portal along with CJ Baxter, which I was very surprised that.
I was too.
Is he? I think he's already said that he wants to go somewhere, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought he had committed to, like, I don't know why I want to say like Syracuse, but.
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Then maybe that was just like he's been in contact with. But yeah, do you have any insight into? Okay, no one said anything about why. Jarrett Gibson, also Texas.
Yeah, I was just trying to think. I know that there were two, so.
He entered like halfway through the season. Because I believe he played in a couple of games and then entered the transfer portal halfway through the season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if he could officially.
Yeah, he didn't officially enter, but he left the team or was no longer with the team.
Yeah, declared that he was going to enter transfer portal. And then Juwan Johnson from LSU, also running back.
Juwan?
It's like J-U...
A-U...
apostrophe 1.
Oh,
Ju
W-A-N. Yeah.
Ju Juwan, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe Juwan is... I think he's older. I
don't know.
Ju Juwan.
Is it
JJJ?
And then Juan? Like J-U-A-N?
It's J-U apostrophe J-U-A-N.
Okay, Juwan. Yeah, Juwan.
Ju Juwan.
Not Jujuwan.
Then how do you say it?
Juwan.
That's how you say Juwan?
Yeah.
Oh, I've just never seen it
After the
spelled.
apostrophe, like the Hispanic name, predominantly Hispanic, Juan.
Yeah.
So it's like Juwan.
He is not Hispanic.
I know. That's how I'm very confident it's Juwan.
I guess that is probably how you spell. I've just never seen it spelled. Mr. Johnson from LSU is in the transfer portal. And then at wide receiver, Nick Marsh. He's a top 5 overall.
Yeah, he's very good.
Portal player. Michigan State wide receiver. And then 3 Auburn wide receivers.
Yeah, I was about to say that. They're 2, 3, and 4 ranked so far in the portal.
Perry Thompson, Malcolm Simmons, and Horatio Fields. All 3 Auburn guys.
Malcolm Simmons is the one who went off in the Iron Bowl.
Okay.
He had like 146 and 2 touchdowns or something.
Okay. So funny. Like,
also, not official. There's reports of Cam Coleman having interest in Alabama because Alabama just hired Auburn's former OC who recruited him.
Oh, boy. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sounds about right.
That would be insane.
We'll see him over there. Did you know what I learned the other day? Speaking of Auburn and Alabama, do you know that Chris Davis, the guy who returned the kick, huge Alabama fan?
I feel like I had heard that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the former players said that he wanted Alabama to offer him so bad out of high school. I guess they never did. And so he was like, fine, we'll go to Auburn because I guess they were the only one offering him. And yeah, you return the kick and it's that whole thing. But like he is a huge Alabama fan.
That's hilarious.
So funny. There was also an Auburn guy, or there was an Alabama guy that was a huge Auburn fan. I forget who it was. I can't remember. But it was just like funny how,
That's weird.
yeah, kind of.
He got his lick back.
Yeah, he did. And then I only have one DB really written down because it was the only one that I remembered, but it was Boo Carter from Tennessee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, Alabama needs to, I'm sure they're recruiting some guy, but yeah, I would think they need to figure out a way to run the ball next year. I don't know how, I haven't taken a deep dive into what they specifically need, but it just has not been, which I really want to talk about that when we talk about Alabama, Oklahoma. Just on that, because that matchup is so interesting to me. Because it's like they struggle very similarly in certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
But transfer portal. Anything else?
Floodgates have opened. It'll only get worse or better from here.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people, and I'm interested to see who from the college football playoff enters it eventually. Okay. Speaking of Dylan Raiola and Nebraska, Texas A&M played Nebraska in volleyball this past week.
Lord.
And I've never watched a women's college volleyball game. This game was actually on ABC. I want to try and paint a picture to you guys of how big Nebraska volleyball is to women's volleyball is to Nebraska. Their volleyball team has more followers on Instagram than Texas A&M football has on their Instagram.
Yeah.
Not to mention Nebraska, they don't win it every year, but they are the favorite to win it every single year. They were the overwhelming favorite to win it this year. They had not lost this season. They were 33-0. They had not lost at home since 2022. So 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. I couldn't really. The players, I just know their names and I know that they're good, supposedly. But yeah, A&M goes into, what do they call it? Do you know? The arena?
No idea.
I think they call it something. It's like the equivalent of the big house.
The corn barn.
The barn. But Nebraska hadn't lost a first set since, when did they say? I think September. And they ended up winning that game 3-2. A&M took a 2-set lead. Again, you need to get to 3 sets. If y'all don't ever watch volleyball, it's okay.
You're not ball knowers like us.
There were so many times where we would hit the ball and I would be like, crap. And they would point A&M. Yep, that's exactly what I thought. I knew that. I was figuring out the rules as it went on. There's still a lot I don't understand. All the lines, like people having to be behind the line and the rotations, and I didn't really know most of it. But A&M went out to a 2-set lead. Nebraska stormed back, won the 3rd set. The 4th set was
cinema.
Some of the best sports that I've watched
Seriously,
this
it was
year.
actually so fun to watch.
It was, it's the first to 25 points. You have to win by 2. There was the final score of that set ended up being 37-35, which means how many extra points were played? 12 and then 22 extra points were played. There was Nebraska had 10. What is that? Break points.
Match
points. Match points. 22. Or sorry, 10 match points. A&M had, I think, 3 or 4, something like that. Nebraska ended up winning that set. Go to the 5th set. The fifth set is only to 15, and A&M somehow, some way was able to close it out. I believe the score of the final set was 15-13, I believe. So
I did not want to get into a
no,
extra whatever
No.
that's called.
no,
No, I was scared.
yeah, whatever that's called. No. I was very afraid if we wouldn't have gotten a point there when we did. I was afraid it was just gonna eventually they were gonna figure out a way. But A&M, that was the Elite Eight. They are now going on to the Final Four. They play Pitt, I believe, tomorrow. I will be watching my second volleyball game
of the week.
Of the week of my life, really.
Yeah.
No, but I watch volleyball when the Olympics comes around, because I'm an Olympics junkie. And have you ever watched men's volleyball? It
Only
is
in
like
the Olympics.
I don't know how they don't die when that ball gets hit, because it is served, not even served, when they set and then they hit it. I mean, it goes like 80 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how you dig it, but somehow they do. But yeah, this is the first time A&M has ever reached the Final Four in volleyball. And so it's Pitt, A&M, Kentucky, Wisconsin. Texas was a 1 seed. They lost to Wisconsin. Forget who Kentucky played, but they beat them. Pitt beat a 3 seed. Maybe it was Purdue. I don't know. And then A&M obviously beat Nebraska. So with the teams left, I mean, anything can happen. So that would be pretty crazy if
Lock in, ladies.
A&M were able to do it. But shout out Logan
Lednecki.
And then Kendall Stowers, Eli Stowers' sister.
What a family. What an athletic family.
What an athletic family,
Golly.
yeah. Her brother just won the Best Tight End in the Country award, and she is playing in the semifinals of the college women's volleyball tournament. I don't know what they call it. Yeah.
I didn't know this. I got on volleyball Twitter. My algorithm adjusted to volleyball Twitter. That's on Sunday, which I loved. It was so fun.
It's a real place, yeah.
It is. It's hilarious. I love it. But Kendall Stowers, she medically retired.
I heard about that.
So she has that thing on her neck that I had seen before, but I was like, I don't know
That
what
makes
it
so
is.
much sense.
She had 4 concussions in her freshman year at Baylor, and she medically retired.
That makes sense.
And then transferred to A&M and started playing again, and now she's very good.
Because linebackers wear that thing. I see in the NFL. Like, I think the dude from the Lions, what is his name?
Anzalone?
Yes, I believe he wears one. And I knew it was, I asked you this question. I was like, why do they wear it? And it was like a shock absorber. And I was like, I mean, I guess getting hit in the head with a volleyball would give you a concussion.
Yeah.
So,
and it like helps. I'm no scientist, absolutely no clue if I'm saying this right, but it helps with like blood flow to the brain.
Okay.
Somehow.
Okay.
So try to make sure you don't get CTE.
Nice. Yeah.
Imagine AB wore that. He'd be still running this league.
He could be president right now.
He really might be.
Who knows? But yeah, congratulations to the women's volleyball team. Congratulations to Jamie Morrison.
Yes, I love Jamie.
He's awesome. He also coached for the Olympic team. Yeah. I didn't know that, but had some good experience right there.
I was so scared that he gave, like, did you see before the game in some interview?
I think so.
Like the textbook bulletin board material.
We're not scared of them.
Yeah, we respect them. We're not scared. And I was like, oh God, here we go. And then they played it during the first set as Nebraska went on a run. I was like, you might need to be scared of them.
Oh wow. They played it on the Jumbotron?
On the broadcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But man, worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. Also, shout out volleyball for being on ABC.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I saw a lot of people talking about it, and obviously they're biased because they love volleyball. But I mean, for a fan, someone who's never really watched it, and to have it be a really, really good experience, and for it to be on ABC, I think a lot of people in the volleyball world were very, very happy that that was the case, because
that game was the most viewed volleyball game, or the most viewed like tournament game ever. It had 1.2 million.
Wow. Good for them, yeah. I mean, that really, when Nebraska goes down 2 sets, I'm sure everybody starts tuning in, because I'm sure they have a lot of haters considering they're like the Chiefs of. So everyone tunes in to see the
downfall.
The downfall, exactly. Okay, let's move on to the NFL. Patrick Mahomes. Speaking of the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes tears his ACL, and the Chiefs are eliminated from playoff contention. Dark days in Kansas City.
Yeah. That is a bad weekend for ACLs.
Really bad. Well, yeah, bad weekend for ACLs. Yeah, you're right.
Micah?
Yep.
Did you see that?
I did see that. Because I was at work with Chase, and he was like, "Oh my God, no."
It was bad.
Get up.
I mean, it was just textbook. I mean, non-contact.
Yeah.
Ugh, brutal.
Yeah. Terrible. So yes, Micah Parsons also tears his ACL. Did Jerry see it coming?
Did who?
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he probably did.
Do you think he knew?
His crystal ball.
Does he know? Paul Dano. Does he know?
That's why he's the best GM in sports. He just knew.
He might have known.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy that Mahomes tore his ACL, because he's like arguably the quarterback of like our generation. But I am happy that they're out of the playoff picture.
Yeah,
that makes me smile.
Them being funny enough, someone was saying that the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes has never played a snap in which the Chiefs are not in playoff contention.
That's crazy,
and it's still the case.
Yeah. Did you see Chris Jones post game? It was, I mean, if you're a Chiefs fan, it's sad, but I found it really funny. In his post game, he didn't know that they were out of playoff contention with that loss. So they were like, "What's your mindset like going into the rest of the season with like playoff hopes not really being there anymore?" He's like, "Playoff hopes aren't dead. Like, until the final whistle of the game that gets us out of contention, like, we're going to the playoffs and we're fighting for it." And the reporter clarified. He's like, I'm sorry, you don't get it. Like, today was that game. Like, you're not. And he goes, "Wait, we're not? Oh, next question."
Woof.
Tough, but it made me laugh.
I mean, they haven't been out of playoff contention in how long?
Since his rookie year.
Wow.
Because they made the playoffs his rookie year.
Wow.
Well, his rookie year of him being the starter. Because his actual rookie year, he was back up to Alex Smith. But
okay. Wow.
However long ago, 2018. He was drafted in 17.
Doesn't seem like a long time ago, but 2018 is, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Jeez. Sorry, Chiefs.
Yeah.
Has to happen sometime. Yeah, Packers. That hurts for Packers, because Packers are in it.
I think.
Are they? They're technically not eliminated, though.
They're not, but with the injuries and Toyotathon coming to an end, because that's when Jordan Love is always at his best.
Okay, I didn't know that.
His stats are insane during Toyotathon. It's like good, not great. Toyotathon starts, MVP.
Okay.
The second Toyotathon ends, good, not great.
Interesting. Does Toyotathon run the same exact time as the December to Remember sales event?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm more of a when the season comes around, I'm always thinking it's the December to Remember sales event. I'm not as much thinking about the Toyotathon, but maybe I'm just more of a Lexus guy.
Understandable.
Classy. Yeah,
Yeah.
classy. That's how I would describe myself. Bills rally from a
Woof.
21-point early deficit to beat the Patriots.
Yeah, that was a game. I mean, I
was a
didn't
really
watch
good
it,
game.
but I was tracking the score. I was like, oh my gosh, this is BTA. Halftime was 24-7, I think. It's like, oh my gosh, they're coming back.
Yeah.
And they got it done.
Never out of it with Josh.
Never doubt Josh.
But Patriots still have a pretty good chance, I believe, to clinch the division. I think it's just not going to be against the Bills.
Yeah.
What is it? So Bills, Patriots. Who are the other people in the division?
Dolphins, Jets.
Oh, so yeah, it's just those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bills are going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just depends on the seeding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, very, very good game. Is MVP race, is it still just Drake May and
May
Matthew
2nd.
Stafford?
Matt Stafford
Yeah.
took a big jump. He's a heavy favorite right now.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about the Lions game, but the Rams?
Stafford's 37, and he's still doing this, dude.
That's crazy. The in that game, only downside for the Rams was Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Getting sniped.
Yeah.
Hopefully that hamstring is better, but yeah, my so he's on my fantasy team. I just want to say, Ford, I just want to congratulate you on your
You're
fantasy
out?
football playoff win. Yeah, I already mentioned that I didn't early. It wasn't on purpose, but I did early celebrate because I didn't realize that it was 2-week aggregate, and so I texted him last week, and I was like, "Man, that was close," because I only won by 1 point, and he was like, "Yeah, it was, but we also got next week." And then yeah, Ford absolutely destroyed me this week. So Ford, congratulations, you're making it on to the championship. I believe you're going to be playing Chardogger. Good luck. I hope you win it all, my friend. Go win it all. Rams Lions. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. How are the Lions looking in the picture? Are they going to be able to make the playoffs?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just get us in.
Yeah.
Just get us in, man.
Give us a chance.
It's literally Amon-Ra St. Brown, because the guy I was playing this week, he had Amon-Ra. He scored 44. And I was like, well, GG. But because, yeah, it's the Amon-Ra show. Jameson will get in there a little bit. But other than that, I mean, there's not really another receiver that's really been picking it up for him. And then I guess Jahmyr Gibbs, obviously. But yeah, Rams beat the Lions, kind of in a shootout, but Matthew Stafford is on MVP level this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans get another win against the Cardinals. They continue to push towards the playoffs with steam. They're looking very good.
6 straight.
You have talked about their defense being one of the greatest
good.
defenses of all time.
So good.
Yeah, they're very good.
CJ's looking good. The offensive line is like improved, which like you couldn't have gotten any worse, but still take improvement. CJ had 3 touchdowns this week. Nico looks great again. They're doing good, man.
It's been an amazing turnaround for the Texans this year.
Yeah, it has.
Because we were down in the dumps.
They were 3-5. They started 0-3.
We were, yeah. I was scared to bring them up.
Yeah.
Early in the season.
They're 9-2. Obviously, I know they're 9-5 for the whole season, so this is a little bit cherry picking. But they're 9-2 in their last 11 games, and they've had the 4th hardest schedule in the NFL.
Wow.
In those 11 games.
Yeah,
because they at the Chiefs, played the Bills. They played the Daniel Jones Colts.
Yep.
So they've been good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good right now. We play the Raiders this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's
So
check.
I think the spread is 14, which I've like never seen.
Yeah.
in
They're
the
so
NFL.
bad.
The Raiders are generationally bad.
They dropped a goose egg against whoever they played this week. I can't remember who it was, but it was 0 to like 37, or maybe it was.
Yeah, it was something bad.
Yeah.
Raiders are bad. So lock in. Don't overlook it. Just get to 10-5. Then you got Chargers and then Colts to finish it up. So stay locked, boys.
The Eagles. The Eagles beat them 31-0.
That's bad.
The Saints beat the Panthers.
The Saints beat the Bucks last week, and now they've beaten the Panthers.
They're on a 2-game win streak. The Panthers are 0-2 versus the Saints, but they have wins against the Rams and the Packers.
That's ridiculous.
Make it make sense. Shout out to Saints. Shout out to our boys down in Nolens. 4-11, I believe. Come on, man. Tyler Shuck, is he? I watched a clip of him against who was? Yeah, it was probably from this week. I kind of at first was like, is that Drew Brees? Is that like a really tall Drew Brees? It's probably just the uniform and the fact that he is of fair skin, but yeah, maybe. Phillip Rivers, he doesn't. I feel like he did his job well enough to put up a fight against the Seahawks. They do unfortunately come up short. There was some trading of field goals there at the end of the game. The Seahawks got the last laugh, and the Seahawks pull off a close win against the Colts. Colts dropped to, I believe, 8-6. Seahawks are maybe 11 and something. If I said that right. But yeah, I mean, he had one touchdown. He did have that one interception at the end of the game. But he didn't do terrible, especially for being 44 years old and on short notice coming in and learning everything and trying to put it together in the NFL of all.
Against the Seahawks defense. They're like top 5.
Okay. That's crazy. Because, yeah, I mean, this isn't the Charity Bowl. Like, they're gonna play you like, you're a rookie coming out of the draft. I mean, they're not going easy. So, shout out Phillip Rivers. Shout out his 12 kids. I'm sure they're all very proud of their grandpa.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, their father. I'm sure the grandchildren are very proud. Yeah. Talked about the Rams. And then, how about 9?
To be honest, I don't even remember. That was Sunday night. I was working. I watched the start where he, on his first pass attempt, was a pick.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what else happened in that game.
Well, I believe he bounced back, and they beat the Cowboys, so let's see. And I believe they scored like 34 points. I'm looking it up right now. But yeah, the Vikings beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys are technically not officially eliminated from the playoffs, but they have to beat the Giants, the Lions, and the Packers, and the Eagles have to lose all 3 of their games. So, yeah, we will, let's see. I'm looking at the box score. J.J. McCarthy went 15 for 24, 2 touchdowns, 250 yards, 1 interception. That's not bad. Yeah, you got anything else from the NFL?
Yes, actually, as of this morning. The Miami Dolphins are benching Tua Tagovailoa, and their new starting quarterback is Quinn Ewers.
Wow. I will be tuning in a little bit for that.
That'll be fun.
How much did they pay Tua?
A freak ton.
A lot.
A lot. A lot.
A lot of money.
And it was all guaranteed, I'm pretty sure.
Woof. Lucy left you.
I know, her mascot. 4 years, $212.4 million. $53 million a year. For comparison, I think Josh Allen makes 60.
Golly. Where'd she go?
Oh, she's just exploring now.
She trying to get out? You ain't leaving.
You ain't getting out of that door. Hey, come here.
You ain't leaving, dog.
Come here. Yeah, come here.
Okay. All right. National Basketball Association news. Do you have any?
First off, obviously, have to lead with this. Prayers for Wemby.
Prayers for Wemby. What happened?
His grandma died yesterday.
Oh. Yeah. No, that's
tough. You know, yesterday was the NBA Cup final.
Yes. Knicks and Spurs.
Knicks Spurs.
Okay.
The Spurs lost. Unfortunate. Wemby in his post game, it was actually so sad. He walked into his post game and he was just like sobbing.
Really?
He's like, "I'm really sorry. I lost someone today." And then he took 2 questions and then was like, "I'm sorry. I have to go." Very sad.
It was really sad.
But anyways,
Wemby's younger than us.
he's 21 years old.
Yeah, he's 21. Wow.
He's 21 years
Wow.
I will be throwing a party, though, January 4th, which is his birthday. I know that off the top of my head, just so you know. What day of the week
Can't
is
wait.
that? I gotta look that up. Anyways,
Can't wait.
NBA's been fun. On, what day was that? Saturday night, NBA Cup semifinals. Spurs Thunder.
Yes.
Thunder needed a win to tie the Warriors for best start in NBA history. Wemby has been injured for over a month. It was his first game back, so he was coming off the bench on a minutes restriction. He played 20 minutes. I think he had 22 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks in 20 minutes against the best team in the NBA.
That's all right.
Spurs got the win in a very close game.
Wow.
I didn't get to watch the whole game. I was out of town. I watched the first quarter. It was Thunder BTA. And then I was busy. I didn't watch the second or the third. And then I tuned back in the fourth, being like, I'll just check on it, see what's going on. Very close game. Spurs ended up winning it by 2, 111-109 final.
Wow.
Thunder do not tie the Warriors. 2016 Warriors for best start of all time. That felt good. That felt really, really good.
Yeah, it should.
I was excited. And like the NBA Cup, it's like a manufactured thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you pretend it matters.
Yeah. No, it does. I mean, it's hardware.
It's hardware. And it's extra cash.
Yeah.
The winner, every player on the winning team gets $500,000, and on the second place team gets like $220,000 or something.
Wow.
So they got some extra bread.
Bragging rights?
Bragging, that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
Spin zone, Spurs avoid the curse. Last year, the winner of the NBA Cup didn't do anything. The runner-up in the NBA Cup went on a playoff run. I don't remember the team.
Pacers? Was it the Pacers?
The Pacers lost the NBA Cup.
Okay.
So no, they won. They won the NBA Cup last year.
Okay.
And the Lakers won it, and the Lakers missed the playoffs. Right? Or the Bucks?
It
wasn't the Bucks.
I honestly don't remember.
But
maybe it was the Lakers.
I think it was. So
I think it was.
Good omen. You get some simulated. I know it's completely manufactured. Some like simulated like big game experience in terms of like you're playing in Vegas and there's hardware and cat money involved.
Yeah.
Good for the young Spurs team. You play the best team in the NBA, beat them with your star player on a minutes restriction. I'll take it.
Yeah. I I wonder if you seriously asked these players if you're like, how does an NBA Cup playoff
Yeah.
whatever the game compared to a actual playoff game? If he would be like,
Oh, no, there's no comparison. There's no way there's
probably
any
not.
comparison.
Yeah.
But it's the only time that regular season games like actually matter that much because like divisions, there are divisions that doesn't impact like playoff seeding at all though. Not like the NFL where the division winners make it and then you're seeded. It's like completely pointless.
Okay. So it's more for scheduling purposes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is just a way of, I mean, it's, it is what you make it. You can go into it being like, this doesn't matter. Or for some psychopaths, which I want on my basketball team, you could be like, this is the biggest thing. This is the most important regular season game we have. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
Spurs play the Thunder again twice this month.
Okay.
On December 23rd, I believe I will be in attendance.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go. It's
Nice.
in San Antonio. That'll be fun. And on Christmas Day.
Wow.
That'll
be fun. I'll be
fun
watching that. Yeah. So can you put in perspective how good the Thunder are? Because I look at everyone's talking about the record or whatever. Are they actually like...
They're really freaking good. I mean, they're really good. With Shea off the court, who obviously won MVP last year, and he's averaging like 30 a game. With Shea off the court, the Thunder are still the highest rated offensive team in the NBA.
Wow. Wow. So yeah, top. What you're saying there is top to bottom, starting five plus. Well, I guess it has to be either
and bench
6 or 7 guy. Yeah, you're saying that all of those guys together are. It's still like depth is there. It's not just one player.
I am a D1 Chet Holmgren hater. I hate Chet Holmgren.
Okay.
The fact that but I can also appreciate, like, I feel like I'm a hater, but I also understand, like, he's obviously a good basketball player.
Yeah.
He's in the NBA. He's on a big contract. He was the 2nd overall pick, whatever.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren is, like, legitimately the Thunder's, like, 5th or 6th option.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, positionally, he's not, because he's a starter. But, like, I mean, you just go down the line because you obviously start with Shea. You have J-Dub. You have Caruso. Like, you have all these guys that are so good. So they're one of the best. We're not even halfway through the regular season yet. They're one of the best regular season teams we've seen in a long time.
Wow.
Since the 2016 Warriors, probably.
I can't wait to become friends with Caruso.
Yeah, same.
If he shows up to the thing, I'm gonna be wearing the jersey.
Yeah,
I will wear the jersey to work. Those are my NBA questions. Trade news. Is there anything circulating like?
No.
Giannis to the Spurs or?
I don't want Giannis to the Spurs. I'd love if Giannis was a Spur, but
you'd have to give up.
You'd have to give up too much.
Yeah.
No, Giannis still, the hottest name on the board, but the deadline's still a ways away, so it'll figure itself out.
Do you know when is the deadline?
I think it's February.
Oh, yeah, that's a ways away.
I think.
I'm just gonna put it down. So,
but there aren't many like superstar names on the block. It seems like.
Okay.
Still really important players, like good players, like Darius Garland. He's really good. He could do well on a different team. But
okay. Cool. Any other NBA news you want to talk about?
Not really. Just my Spurs.
Okay.
Cooper Flag, he's looking normal.
I saw he had a 40-point game.
42, 6, and 8, I think. He went off.
Good for him. Good for Mavs fans to have something to cheer about. I guess Nico got fired, so
yeah,
there's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're one of the worst teams right now, right?
Yeah, they've been hot recently, but I think they're like 9-17 now.
Okay.
Something like that.
I'm sure Nico would have an explanation as to why he did it, and I know he's given it, but you stand back and from a fan's perspective and you look at this, you went to the finals and then you trade away your best player, you get an older guy, he gets injured, Kyrie gets injured, he gets fired, and now, they're struggling right now. Yeah, from a 30,000 foot view, it is just tough to be a Mavs fan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the decision. Yeah, it just looks so bad now to do that. Okay, that was NBA. We have to have a discussion. A quick one. Is Clash Royale dead?
It's getting there.
I don't really find joy anymore playing.
Mm-mm.
It was really, really good. It was really fun, and then they added heroes. I can't even really complain about the level 16 stuff, and people are all mad because Supercell just wants money and everything costs, to upgrade everything. You just basically buy gems or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good enough to be in the competitive enough section to for that to matter really. But the heroes, it's just I don't know. It feels a little gimmicky in the sense of now everything has a button and a P.E.K.K.A can be level 20 now, and it can heal itself, and then you've got Evos, you've got heroes, and then you have everything. It's too much. Supercell, you tried to do too much, and I think you kind of ruined a good thing that you had going.
Yep.
And yeah, I've already mentioned I go days at a time now without even thinking about playing, and it's sad. It really is. They changed the trophy stuff, which I think is fine. And honestly, if they would have done, that doesn't change anything. But let's see, I'm at 10,159 trophies right now. But yeah, I just don't have. I've lost the passion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I lost my streak. I was at 151, lost it. I just don't. It's dead.
Yeah.
And Clash of Clans too. They ruined the game too.
Really?
So I haven't even been playing Clash of Clans.
I saw they got a totem or a distraction spell.
Don't even know.
Okay.
Don't even know.
Yeah. It's really too bad because
they got rid of trophies.
What?
There's ranked where you can get trophies now.
What?
But they changed it up. Are you logging on?
Yeah. I'm trying to see this. Wait. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
No.
They ruined it too. Supercell, what are y'all doing?
No. Trophies are gone?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't change it? I don't know.
You just ruin good things, man.
I guess they have to change it in order for people to play. What is this? Clan Rush? I don't know. It's an old game. So I get if they're going to be able to keep it running, they have to switch things up, but someone who's played the game since 5th grade, I don't want to see it like this.
Nope. It's terrible.
It hurts me. All right, Supercell.
Get it together.
Look me in the eyes. I'm looking at you on the YouTube, on the video. Can you please stop being greedy and actually care about me? my co-host Zach, and our passion for these games. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Court's adjourned.
Mm-hmm.
All right, college football first round preview.
Come on.
We've got some games to talk about. We're going to start, we usually talk about A&M at the end, but I just think it makes sense. Let's just do it chronologically this time. So we're going to start the Friday game. It is Alabama versus Oklahoma. Friday, 7 p.m. on ABC or ESPN, apparently. I want to hear your thoughts on this matchup.
Intriguing. Second time in the last 6 weeks, however long it's been, probably less. Alabama's gone to Norman. I think it's really hard to beat a team twice. I said it in the preview of their regular season matchup, and I'm going to say it again here, even though it kind of didn't work out for me. I don't know if I trust OU's offense. John Mateer, understandably, not John Mateer hate. He has not looked the same since his surgery, which is expected, but it's also just the way it is. Alabama also hasn't looked great. -3 rush yards in the SEC championship game. Not great, especially considering they're going up against that OU defense.
Yep. Yeah.
So these are two teams that I'm not super high on. I think they're both very talented. They're both very good. They're in the playoff for a reason. But in terms of could either of these teams go on a run, I really don't think so.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's hard for me to predict. I'm going to say it's really hard to beat a team twice. And at the end of the day, I trust Alabama's coaching staff more than I trust Brent Venables and that OU coaching staff.
Okay. So you're going with Alabama.
So I'm going Alabama.
Okay. I like that. You want to know what was crazy when I was doing my research on this? You know how ESPN, FPI, they have the percentage indicator at the bottom? Do you want to guess what I could just tell you, I was I'm sure this has they're leaning one way or the other.
Was it 50-50?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It was, so ESPN FBI has 50.9% Bama, 49.1% OU. So it is, that is 50-50 as it gets. Oklahoma's defense. What's up, Lucy? Oklahoma's defense played really good in their last matchup. They also scored a defensive touchdown. So like what you were saying, I think it's hard to play a team or beat a team twice. I think you kind of have to throw out what happened last time and even throw out Alabama's not so great performance against Georgia and kind of reevaluate it where both of these two teams are. Like you said, so Alabama on offense, they cannot run the ball, or they weren't able to run the ball against Georgia. OU has a really good defense. They're also at home. So the only thing is I think Alabama has very good wide receiver positional players with Bernard and obviously Ryan Williams, who really hasn't impacted the game past couple games. I think they have Brooks too. I believe he's a wide receiver. I do trust Oklahoma's defense is good. That's the only reason why I would say, but that offense, as far as throwing the ball, they can get it done. They can win a game by doing it. They just don't have a balanced attack. So from a schematics perspective, OU can just rush. They could get pressure with 4 and then sit back in coverage. And they're good enough on defense to do it, and Alabama's kind of painted into a corner. On offense for OU, though, they just don't have the guys to create separation and get open. They have Sotania, But same situation with Alabama. Alabama's defense knows that he's going to be the guy, and they could just bracket him the whole game. And then you're just going to have to stop the run, and they're going to have to stop the read option with Mateer. And it's such a interesting game, really, because it's unfortunately I feel like it's less about the strengths of these two teams and more about which one's weakness won't be as bad as the other one. Yeah, both offenses have really big question marks. Both of their defenses, like I felt like Alabama's defense was good enough in the first matchup for them to win. The offense just wasn't able to get it done, and Ty Simpson threw that pick six. So I think OU's defense has to hold Alabama below 21 points for them to have any kind of shot in this game of winning. Because OU's offense has scored 17 points in the past 2 games, and I believe they scored 33 against Tennessee, and then obviously they scored like 40-something against Temple, but really their offense hasn't gone above. They scored 21 points against Alabama. So if Alabama is able to hold them to that 21 points again, and then Ty Simpson, their offense plays well enough and they don't throw a pick six, I think Alabama has a chance to win. But like you were saying, yeah, I just both of these teams have such glaring problems that against a balance, like any other team, Miami, A&M, Ohio State, I mean, you name any of those teams, Ole Miss, any of those teams ranked above them, anything can happen in a college football game, but over the course of 4 quarters, you would assume that the more balanced team is going to win more of the time. So so you said Alabama. I will choose Oklahoma because in order to switch it up, because I really do think it's a 50-50 game. I do think home field will play a part in communication. But, I mean, Alabama's played on the road before. They played at Georgia, and they won. So I'm very interested to see this game.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see how this one plays out.
I'm happy that this is a Friday game, like a standalone, because this and then A&M Miami are the 2 best matchups of round 1.
Yes.
So I'm glad that we get at least one standalone of those, not like a Friday night Ole Miss Tulane rematch.
Yeah, exactly. Because I would probably tune in for a little bit, but this one I will definitely be tuned in on Friday.
I'm gonna take a quick break.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry,
we can.
I should have done it before we started.
No, you're good. I'm good with that. All right, we'll be back in a second. Okay. So we just both picked Alabama, Oklahoma. I'm excited for that game. Now, usually we talk about this to the end, but Ole Miss, Tulane, and Oregon JMU, there's not much to say on it anyway. So let's get into A&M versus Miami. I will let you go first. Or we could let Lucy go first.
Lucy, what would you like to say? Good word. A&M versus Miami. I'm so excited.
I'm very excited.
I really think it's going to be such a good game. I do. These are both really, really good teams.
Yep.
Also, like, in terms of star players and stuff, the numbers are, like, identical looking at both teams. Because, like, all right, let's look at this. Passing yards, obviously Beck and Marcel Reed. They both have 25 touchdowns. They both have 10 interceptions, and they're separated by about 100 yards. Beck has about 100 more yards than Marcel.
Okay.
Marcel also has more rushing yards, but they're very, very similar numbers. Rushing yards, I know Le'Veon's been hurt, but Reuben Owens and Mark Fletcher are only separated by 58 yards on the season. So if Le'Veon comes back, that's an advantage for A&M. and it's looking like he's trending towards playing. He was practicing. He was a full participant yesterday.
Huge.
But so similar passing, similar rushing, receiving yards. Malachi Tony and KC Concepcion lead both teams. They're separated by under 100 receiving yards. Now, A&M definitely has the wide receiver room advantage. Tony is so good. But he's really he's their legit one option, and their two is pretty far behind, while A&M has more of a room. And ABR and Craver and all that. I mean, you look on the edge at Cassius Howell and Ruben Bain. They're very similar, sizes. They're both a little, I guess, undersized, shorter arms, and a little smaller, but they're so good. It's you can't deny their production. Offensive line, Trey Zune, highest rated offensive tackle in PFF grade. And then Miami has Francis Muiaga or whatever. He's probably going to be the first offensive lineman drafted in the draft.
Wow.
It's these teams are very, very similar. They're both very talented. I think Beck has shown there are two different Carson Becks you get. And I think A&M has enough, especially on the D-line, to pressure him. And under pressure, he hasn't been great. That's not a very confident pick because Miami's O-line is very talented. But I trust. It's not even about trusting Elko. It's about not trusting Cristobal in terms of management.
Mm-hmm.
He's made plenty of mistakes in that department. So I'm going with A&M, but it is not a very confident pick, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really good game. Back and forth. I can't see a double-digit win for either team.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm excited. We're here. Who would have thought?
We're in the playoffs.
We're in the college football playoff.
We're in the playoff. Did you watch the film breakdown that
I haven't.
The film guy he did on Texas A&M versus Texas, just the offensive side of the ball? It was very interesting because a lot of the problems that they faced, one big glaring issue was the snap. They were on a clap, and you could tell that some linemen they were able to hear it, and then some were not getting out of their stances quickly enough. And especially, can't remember. So tackle's inside, guard is outside, correct? Guard. So the right guard.
No, guard's inside. Tackle's outside.
Guards in. So the right tackle, I believe he was most of the time matched up with Colin Simmons. It's just so tough because when you can't hear the snap count you kind of you're a little bit more panicky. And so what he was doing is just when Colin Simmons would speed rush on the outside, he wouldn't get out fast enough. And so he would just go right by him. And then you would see someplace he would lunge out to try and make sure he doesn't get past him. And Colin Simmons would just go inside.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that was Demetrius.
Oh, okay.
Which is where we're weakest on the O-line.
Okay.
Right tackle.
Oof. Well, that's a tough matchup then, because Colin Simmons is arguably the best speed rusher in all of college football. Which, facing Colin Simmons on the road, and then you play Ruben Bain at home. Ruben Bain, great player. He can wreck the game. But you've also faced the likes of Colin Simmons, so it's not just you're gonna. I mean, it will be a different skill set, so you kind of have to prepare for that. But you play in the SEC, so you see it's not a crazy talent disparity. You've seen guys like this before, so. But Ruben Bain is a great player, so I very much could see him. He will make plays in this game. It just depends on how many. Offensively, he also talked about Marcel just being willing to pull the trigger on sometimes there was a curl route and it was a tight window, but he could have pulled it and, got it off, and he just didn't. And so he ended up taking 2 yards instead of 8 yards because he had to make a play with his legs and he got stopped. So you got to play it forward. So, looking back, you're like, all right, we're going to fix all these mistakes. But then, the defense causes different mistakes. And so you have to adjust. So I think maybe a general problem was being on the road. It makes you a little bit more uncertain whether you throwing it, whether it be, was that his clap or was that the noise, whatever it is. I think you're not going to be dealing with a road environment at all for the rest of college football playoff, because you'll be playing at home. You're playing, and this is
everything after round 1 is neutral.
Right. So, and the Cotton Bowl will be probably less of a neutral field and more of A&M. And again, you have to win all these, so obviously not expecting. But you won't face the problem that you faced going on the road at Texas in the playoffs. That being said, defense has to make Carson Beck uncomfortable, I think. And I think that comes into play. They have such a good offensive line. I think you have to scheme up the pressure. And it has to get home. Because if it doesn't get home and he gets into a rhythm, it's tough. It makes it a lot more difficult. Miami's a very, very good team. Like you were saying, I think it's a very comparable matchup. I think there are a lot of really good players on both sides of the ball. And I think it will come down to a couple plays. It's just either you make them or you don't. I will pick A&M because I am an A&M fan, but also because it's at home. So kind of the problems that I just talked about with A&M having at Texas, Miami will have to battle those same elements in this game. Mm-hmm. And because it's going to be such a marginal game, I think that A&M has slightly more margin for error. Also, he was talking about Ruben. This was kind of interesting. He was saying that Ruben kind of runs forward.
Yeah, and that's why he falls down so much.
Because there was, I kid you not, he pulled up 4 plays where nobody really in front of him, and he just falls down. And it's just because he's running too far over his feet. So, whereas Le'Veon doesn't. He's a lot more balanced in that area, and I think that probably just comes with experience, and maybe hopefully the coaches see that and kind of figure out a way to get him out of that habit. But hopefully Le'Veon's back, and so Ruben's super talented, so he'll be able to figure it out, and it'd be good to have him in anyway. But if A&M's defense, they have to not. I mean, there may be 1 or 2 explosive plays, but it can't be, too many, and they can't end in touchdowns. So I will also pick A&M, but I can't wait for this game. It's going to be a very, very fun game. Mm-hmm. You've got anything else on this one?
I don't. Other than just, I think home field plays a big part.
Yeah.
I don't think Miami has played a game, home or away, with more than 70,000 people there.
For sure.
And this might be like 109 or so.
Yeah. This will, I think, be by far the most hostile environment they played in this year. Mm-hmm. So.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Ole Miss versus Tulane. I don't have much for this. We saw this game already, and Ole Miss won by, I think, 4 touchdowns.
5, I think.
Okay, 5 touchdowns. I mean, Tulane's got to come out with something special, but I really see this as kind of another BYU Texas Tech matchup where it's just
there's just a better team.
Yeah, and Tulane could start off strong, but it's just eventually over 4 quarters. I think Ole Miss is going to be able to score more points and make more stops.
Yeah.
So I really don't see anything here other than Tulane just having to have the game of their life in order to win.
This is such a cop-out thing to say, but like the only way Tulane, I feel like, can win this game outside of, playing their best ball is like Ole Miss, all the drama that's been happening around Ole Miss, just like had so much more of an impact on the field than we realized.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you just cannot predict.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, Trinidad's distracted,
Yeah.
so he's going to throw 2 picks. I
Yep.
mean, it may happen, and it may be true, but there's no way to know that. So
Yeah.
I think that the talent gap is just too wide, even if there has been stuff there. But
yeah,
guess we'll see.
I agree. I don't think unless there's something very specific that this coaching move has impacted. I don't think just the fact that Lane Kiffin left is going to impact this specific game against Tulane.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe it has impacts later if Ole Miss has to play Georgia, I think, or is it Indiana?
Georgia.
Yeah,
Because
Georgia.
Indiana plays a winner of OU Bama.
Yep. I mean those very few things that I say few, but I just in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it impacts as I think those flaws would show up at Georgia, not against Tulane. So yeah, I'm picking Ole Miss. I don't think that's a surprise. But
imagine what would happen with that Ole Miss fan base if like the offense just has nothing, like nothing works, and they just pin it on Charlie Weiss, who's coaching them in the playoff, but is already on LSU's coaching staff.
Yep.
That would be crazy.
Dude, the conspiracy theories, the tinfoil hats would come out. Yeah,
it would be throwing the game.
It would be fun to watch from afar.
They just run out triple option. Just for the first time, they break it open in the playoff.
That would be funny. Okay, yeah, and then Oregon versus JMU. Again, I'm super surprised that Oregon has made it here.
Yeah.
JMU, we knew it was going to be a lock for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Shocking, honestly, that JMU has to go to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's You think Oregon has any chance?
They got some guys, so there's a chance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, Oregon hasn't beaten a Sun Belt team. We've talked about this.
That's true.
So
that's very true.
I don't know. We'll see.
If you can't tell, we're being a little facetious. I think I said that right. I'm being a little facetious.
I'm being factual. They have 0 Sun Belt wins.
Oregon rolls in Austin. JMU, it's awesome that you got here. I think you know that. I think the streamers and the celebration that you threw during the college football playoff reveal kind of encapsulate the fact that they are happy to be here. They appreciate and I mean they won. They did all that they needed to do in order to get here, and I guess they had some help with Duke winning the ACC, but you're here, make the most of it.
Enjoy your time.
Enjoy it, yeah, because it would be cool if this was a close game, but
yeah,
if JMU were to win this game
and then beat Indy. Wait, no, it wouldn't be Indiana. Texas Tech.
Then they play Texas Tech. If Tulane or JMU were to win the national championship, it would be the greatest sports championship.
Or the worst. The way the bracket shakes out, there's not a good chance. There is a possibility of getting a natty between JMU and Tulane.
That's true. That is true. That would be
right.
Yeah. Because Ole Miss, Tulane, they play Georgia. Georgia plays
Indiana, OU. Yeah.
So yeah, JMU would have to beat Oregon, Texas Tech, possibly Indiana, and then whoever makes it from the other side. And JMU would have to beat Georgia. Oh wait, no, sorry. Tulane would have to beat Ole Miss, Georgia, Ohio State, A&M, or Miami.
And then
other side of the bracket winner.
Come on.
Have you been seeing things? Are they actually expanding college football bracket? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that there were like serious talks.
No.
Okay.
People are like they should, but I don't
Okay.
think that's an actual thing right now.
I didn't know if like the committee had released a thing being like, we will be expanding. It's just a matter of time.
No,
Okay.
they haven't.
Yeah, I am personally, I think I am on the side of let's not expand because I think
agree.
the 12 this season I think is special with the parity. I don't think it's always going to be this way. Well, I hope it is. Maybe it will be with NIL and how that everything's going on. I just think we need to see some more NIL era playoffs before we expand again. Because how long do we have the 14 playoff for?
First one was 2014, and that went through 2023.
Yeah, so that was a long time.
9 years.
Yeah, let's give it another 8, 9 years.
A decade.
Yeah, and then we'll see if we need to do a little bit more. We could do it in less. We could do like 5 or 6, but let's wait a little bit. Not after year 2. Okay, that's all I've got. We will be excited to cover the results of these games. Let's see, next week. Yeah. Because, they'll play the games this weekend, and then when is the second round? New Year's.
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. That's right. Yeah, we'll be excited to cover those games next week. Other than that, though, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys for listening. We have the most beautiful listener fan base out of podcasts out there. So,
shout out Aiden Ross, not the streamer.
Yeah,
the winner of The Voice.
That's right.
Current Texas A&M junior. We're so old.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
We are old. There's so many people these days where I'm like, I'm older than that person.
Yeah.
Very strange. But yes, we will most likely see you guys next week. And yeah.